Hello everybody. It's been a month or so since I have posted an update on here, and I'm sure everybody's kind of curious as to what's going on and why it's been a while, and so I thought I would update you and let you know. For those that don't know, I had been driving for a creek carrier. I really had made a lot of money with them. Over a 12-month period, I had made over $90,000 driving for them. Granted, I stayed out a whole lot more than most people would, and I spent a lot of time in their top paying position out in running loads for Walmart out of Cheyenne, Wyoming. I spent the last winter out there, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But then again, I'm kind of a strange guy that likes a little bit of danger and a little bit of excitement is just what I need. So anyway, I come home and went on the Kellogg's dedicated run, and I was actually enjoying that as well. 6 days out in a 34-hour reset. Mainly running the southeast down here between Mississippi and over in North Carolina. Anyway, I got injured on the job, and getting out of the truck, I pulled a muscle or pinched a nerve. I don't know what I did, but anyway, I ended up, my shoulder got so bad that I tore a ligament in one of my rotator cuffs ligaments. To this day, I still have a dull ache that does not go away about halfway between my shoulder and my neck, deep in there. It gets to hurting so bad that it'll make my shoulder go to hurting. That runs down the front of my arm and can go all the way to my thumb and make my thumb go to tingling and make it go numb. So I went and I had a MRI on my shoulder, and that's where they found the torn ligament in one of my ligaments to my rotator cuff. I had another MRI done on my neck, and they found out that I have, they've got another name for it, but it's called, basically it's a pinched nerve in my neck. Now, if the pinched nerve caused the pull muscle in, or whatever it is in my shoulder, I'm calling this my shoulder. If you can see where my fingertip is, that's deep in there is where it's really hurting. There's about maybe a 3-finger wide spot in there that really hurts. Anyway, it pulled one of the ligaments. That muscle got to going in such a spasms that it actually pulled my shoulder around and tore the ligament up here in the front of my shoulder. It was one of the most excruciating, painful things I have ever experienced. Anyhow, so they sent me to a regular doctor, and he agreed, yeah, it looks like you got a problem, so we're going to send you to get an MRI, and then when they got it back and said, okay, you had a rotator cuff tendon that's torn, now we're going to send you to an orthopedic surgeon. So they sent me to him, and he looked everything over, and he says, because of your age and because of where it's at, and because of the degree of damage that it is, it would be better to leave it alone than it would be to operate on it. So he sent me to have an MRI on my neck, and that's where they found out that, yes, I have they've got another name for it, but it's a pinched nerve in my neck. Now, I had never had any problems with my neck or my shoulder prior to this happening. So, anyway, this was an on-the-job injury, and Crete had been real good about paying the bills. Because of the money that I make, I qualify for their maximum payout of workman's comp on a weekly basis. I don't know that it would really help to say how much that is, but it's not bad. It's about half of what I was making out on the road. So now this is tax-free money, the money that comes in as workman's comp. I understand it's tax-free. It's the same as getting insurance payments. So the first doctor put me on light duty. There is no such thing as light duty for a truck driver. So they had me go and volunteer to work at a nonprofit organization that's close to home, and I do that 4 days a week. So it's a little over 30 hours a week that I'm putting in at this nonprofit. Basically, I'm handing out food to homeless people and other people. It may be widows, it may be people on limited income, Social Security, and that kind of thing, that their money is now running out before the month runs out and they run low on food. Well, we run the food bank that gives them just enough food to last for a week or so at a time. And they're allowed to come in once a week to do that. We also hand out clothing. A lot of the homeless people need clothing and shoes and that kind of thing. And so anyway, that's what I've been doing since the middle of June. It's now the first week of November, and I'm still doing this. So Crete pays me $20 an hour to go and volunteer at this nonprofit, and then the workman's comp makes up the rest of it. So anyway, that's about where I'm at on a weekly basis. So I get the one that they pay me the $20 an hour to go work at. Basically, that helps to pay for my other insurance that I have, my medical insurance and that kind of thing. However, I just turned 65 in December of last year, so I'm now covered under Medicare. And I have the Medicare Advantage Plus, so I no longer need the Crete insurance, which I have canceled as of the first of the year. The Medicare Advantage Plus is much better than what Crete is doing. A lot less out-of-pocket expense, a lot less upfront expense. But then again, I've been paying for Medicare and all of my life. I've been paying into it, so it really should not cost me anything since I've already prepaid for it. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. So the orthopedic surgeon, when he got it back and he saw the results for the neck, he goes, well, this is not anything that we can operate on as well. This would be, you would be much better off if we didn't operate on this until it either becomes so bad that you can't stand it anymore or whatever. The best thing to do would be to, just kind of baby your neck and make sure that it doesn't have any further issues or it cause any further injuries. So I have found that whenever I went to the hospital the first time, they gave me, in the emergency room, they gave me some muscle relaxers. Just a few, and that really knocked the edge off of it, and that calmed everything down and really knocked the pain level way down. The first doctor that I saw, the MD doctor, he also gave me muscle relaxers, and so I had a little bit of those. I had a family member that had been prescribed muscle relaxers and had a pretty decent supply of them. They never took them. So I'm able to keep going with what I've got right now. Between that and a good shot of liquor every once in a while can calm things down as well. So that's kind of where I'm at. The company has told me that they need to get the medical records from the surgeon. The surgeon told me that, look, what his words exactly to me is, I am a surgeon. I operate on people, and you are one of those people that we have chosen not to operate on, so I have nothing to see you for. And he said, I have no choice but to release you because I'm not a regular doctor. I just want to release you, from my care because we're not going to operate on you. So he still put it on there that I had the restrictions and was on light duty. So the company has, whenever I told them about it, they said, well, we have to get that from the surgeon. We can't take your word for it. And even though the surgeon gave me a written thing telling me all this, I could not send that to the company to satisfy their needs. They had to get it from the surgeon. So apparently there's been an issue getting that from the surgeon, and the company has, they've kind of quit talking to me. They don't answer the phone. They won't return a phone call from me. But they've told me that they have two choices. Number one, it appears as though I will not be able to drive again, which I had planned on continuing to drive until I was about 70 years old. I'm 60, I will be 66 in December, so at least another 4 years I had planned on continuing to drive. So I can retire with full benefits from Social Security at 66 and 4 months, which is in April the 1st of next year. So, but anyway, the company says that until they get this from the doctor, they don't know for sure if I am going to heal up and be able to go back to work, or if I'm considered as a permanent disability. Which if it's a permanent disability, then I will not be able to drive ever again. So anyway, the company has quit taking my phone calls. They have quit returning my phone calls. I have no information at all from them now. It's been several weeks, almost a month since this all occurred, and I have been waiting to hear from them what they want to do from here. One of them is to either send me to be rehabilitated to do some other kind of job. The other is to come up with a settlement. Well, I told them I'm really not interested in learning how to do anything else. I'm almost 66 years old, and that's just not one of the things to do. So anyway, there's some other issues involved in this that my attorney and I had to hire an attorney in order to try to get any kind of conversation going with the company. I had hoped that I would be able to solve this and settle this without involving an attorney, but apparently that's not going to be the case. Anyway, I'm waiting to hear back from them as to what they're going to do with me, whether we're going to settle, come up with a settlement, or how this is all going to work out. Right now, I'm still getting paid. I'm still going to my job at the nonprofit every day and still doing my work there. So everything remains the same until the company decides that we're going to do something different. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I hope this answers your questions. As soon as I know something one way or the other, and it's where I can talk to you, I will come back and let you know how things are going. Thanks for sticking with me, and I hope that this has been educational for you. I'm sure learning a lot from the whole process. So anyway, thanks for sticking in. Happy Halloween and happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Hopefully I'll have some news shortly. Thanks again.